I never imagined I'd be starting over again in my 60s, but life doesn't always go the way that we thought it would. And for some, starting over might mean a new job. For me, it's been a total shift in where I live, how I earn a living, who I trust, and how I see myself. This video today is personal, but I'm sharing it because maybe you're facing your own restart and you need to hear that you're not alone. I've lived a full life, messy, beautiful, painful, sacred, and scarring. I married later than most, in my late 30s. I became a mother in my late 30s and again in my early 40s. And I raised 2 children, mostly on my own. Their father was not involved much, and financial support for the first few years was nearly non-existent. But we made it. I had jobs I loved and jobs I took just to keep the lights on and the food on the table. I owned a home, and I sold it before a real estate bubble burst. I've built businesses from scratch, cleaning homes, running a daycare, doing what I could to stay present for my children. I've given up more than I can count. My dreams, my comforts, and sometimes even my voice, because others needed me more. I looked after my father through 3 battles with cancer. I supported and still support today a daughter who needs extra care, and she can't always negotiate the world easily. I moved countries. I lived simply, and I trusted that God had a plan, even when I couldn't see it. So why start over now? Well, because eventually you stop surviving and you ask, what about me? This isn't about chasing the youth or reliving the past. It's about rediscovering parts of me that got buried under duty and grief and fear. I had to let go of people who couldn't come along with me, and I had to forgive and release and move forward, sometimes with tears in my eyes and trembling hands. But here's what I know. I am not done. Starting over in your 50s and your 60s or whatever isn't the end of something. It's a turning point. It's the moment you decide to live on purpose instead of by default. Now I'm rebuilding, not for the world's applause, but for my own soul. I'm learning to say yes to what is mine and no to what never was mine. I'm learning to speak up, to create, to rest, and to show up on platforms like this YouTube channel. This is where my voice might meet someone else who's quietly struggling. I don't have it all figured out. I still wrestle with fear. I still pinch pennies, and I still second guess myself. But I've learned that even when you're starting over, especially when you're starting over, you're not starting empty. You're bringing every bit of strength and experience that life has carved into you, and that's enough. So if you're navigating change like me, whether it's a move, a loss, a change in career, a new purpose, or just a quiet shift in your heart, I hope you walk this road with me. I'll be sharing what I've learned, what I am learning, and probably a few things I'll never figure out. But I'll be honest, and I'll be there. Subscribe if this resonates with you, And if you've started over too, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. And don't forget to let me know where you're watching this from. Remember, you're not too late. You're right on time. And this next chapter, it might be your best one yet.